Barbs. Today we're going to go over paschimottanasana, or I call it paschi for short, but it's also called seated forward fold. The priors include hamstring length, 2, hip compression, so glute flexibility and hip flexor strength. And 3, there's a little bit of internal rotation adduction involved as well because you want your legs to be right in front of you. Some drills that can help include elephant walks. This is always my go-to for anything hamstring related. Have your feet hip width distance apart. Inhale, find length. Exhale, hinge. Bend your knees as much as you need to get both of your palms onto the mat. Then alternate by straightening one leg out and driving your heel into the mat and relaxing your opposite leg. You can do this rather at a fast pace, but what I like to do is after I warm up my legs, I like to hold and take a handful of breaths on each side. Even if it doesn't seem like you're making any progress, just going through the motions, and even if you're only moving 1 millimeter, actually helps. This not only helps open up your hamstrings, but also helps with nerve gliding as well. In order to get flexibility, your body needs to feel safe and comfortable for you to reach that depth. So when you die, your nerves are not working, so you're actually the most flexible when you're dead. But when you're alive, your nerves are working. So if your nerves are afraid or if your nerves are stuck, you won't get to whatever flexibility that you need. So even if it's literally 1 milliliter, it still helps to go through the motions. I wasn't able to move my legs at all when I first started elephant walks as well. The other thing that helps is going through half lifts. So to optimize the strength or the stretch, you want to stretch your muscles at a lengthened position. So when you find length in your spine and you hinge, you're maximizing the length of your muscles as you get into the stretch. You can do that however you want, or whenever you take your vinyasas or whenever you fold, instead of just folding, maybe consider doing a swan dive or hinging at your hips with your arms in front of you. If you have your arms stretched out in front of you, the center of gravity is a little bit further from your body, so it takes more muscle for you to hinge down and also to lift back up. But that's one suggestion. Don't need to actually do it. For paschi, sit on your butt and stretch your legs in front of you. If you can't sit with your legs straight, you can feel free to sit on a yoga block. I always prefer cork because it's harder, so it gives more resistance to your glutes. So it helps release the tension a little bit more than just a foam yoga block. Even out your sit bones. Have your big toes to touch, or in your case, or in my case, your bunions, and your heels are slightly separated. They're not actually touching. If you can't hinge, feel free to stay here with an upright spine and breathe, or place your hands behind you and push your chest through your arms. So you're in a micro back bend. So right now, my back is flat, but if I use my hands as leverage and push my chest and my torso to the front, I'm coming into a little bit more of a hip compression. But if you can hinge, inhale, find length. Exhale, hinge. Maintain a straight back as much as you can, and you can grab for your big toes depending on what version you take. Your palms on the ball of your feet. You can interlace your hands, or you can grab for the outside of your feet. Or frame your legs with your fingertips. There's many versions. Take the one that you can relax in and breathe in to get deeper. For me, I generally like having my palms on the balls of my feet. Gaze at your big toe and hinge. Imagine that you're trying to touch your chin to your shin rather than your forehead to your knee to find length in your spine. Once you get both your belly and your chest onto your legs, then you can round because you can't really hinge anymore. I obviously can't do that, but maybe one day. If you want, try to do this without hinging. You might get your head closer to your leg, but the stretch on the backside of your leg won't be as refreshing, relaxing is not the right word, might not be as refreshing than if you were to round. So maybe try that a couple times to see what I mean by trying to stretch your muscles at a lengthened position. You'll definitely feel more of a stretch if you hinge than if you round. Even if you might look like you're going deeper when you round, you're not getting as much of a benefit in the stretch. So hold this and breathe. For every exhale, try to melt your chest a little bit more to the ground while maintaining a flat back, and to compress your body to your legs. So that was it for paschi. Again, it is hamstring length, hip compression, and there's a slight internal rotation because your legs are next to each other. Thank you for watching.